OFM is actually at the heart of the Norwegian Method, or commonly known as lactate training. Essentially, the Norwegian Method focuses around lactate training. Many of you know this as lactic acid. Now, lactate is a proxy for glucose metabolism in the same way ketones are a proxy for fat oxidation. The more you burn glucose, carbs, and sugar, the higher your lactate. In a metabolically healthy person, blood lactate sits at less than 1 millimole per liter, and a fat-adapted person should see their lactate at or below half a millimole per liter. And add any kind of stressor and blood lactate rises to 2 millimoles or more, depending upon the metabolic demand for energy and adaptation. Now, this is well established in the published literature, and this is the floor for Norwegian training or lactate-based training. So the range for lactate-based training is that zone 2 and 3, the higher level work, are performed in the ranges between 2 millimoles and 4.5 millimoles. The trade-off and balance, though, are that the higher the lactate, the exponentially greater the fatigue and need to recover. Sound familiar? Put another way, the more sugar you burn, the more damage you are doing on a cellular level. Oxidative stress, glycation, lactate load. A small amount creates little to none of this damage. Your body has adapted to it. A moderate amount from time to time can be adaptive. Makes you stronger. But a lot, not so much. The point here is OFM is superior because it approaches lactate training from your metabolic foundation, fat metabolism. Build that foundation to its potential and you will minimize lactate and maximize training effect every single time. Increasing fat metabolism is the unseen foundation of Norwegian and lactate training. This is because optimizing your fat metabolism minimizes lactate load so you can train and compete at a higher level sustainably and have the metabolic capacity to leverage competition level glucose utilization for the win. So yeah, you're going to burn glucose when you're competing. And this doesn't just show up in training and competition, but in a recovery that you actually have to experience to believe is possible. One of the main factors of Mark Allen's dominance of IronMan in his day was his shift to increasing his fat oxidation rates under the guidance of Phil Maffetone, who developed the maximum aerobic function training, commonly known as MAF, using heart rate instead of lactate. And I would not be surprised at all if there was a strong correlation between heart rate data based on MAF style training and the lactate levels of Norwegian training. People like the Norwegians are catching up to what we've been refining for the past 20 years. So whether the data comes from AI, heart rate, lactate, ketones, HRV, Oura rings, glucose monitors, etc., always remember this to empower yourself. The data corroborates the experience. It doesn't drive it. The driver is you and your limitless potential of energy that you have locked inside. Always remember, when you have your metabolism working as it should be and build your metabolic capacity via a fat-based foundation, your own intuitive experience is the finest feedback mechanism to guide you. Through gaining knowledge and understanding, you will empower yourself. And that's what we do. OFM disruptive periodization training is a conceptual model which can be tailored to the athlete and their training and sport so they can match their training load to their life load using their own feedback and the tools of modern technology to corroborate it. Yet training is just one dimension and why it has to be fully integrated into your multi-dimensional life. And this is why OFM is a multi-dimensional program so the athlete can achieve and enjoy higher health and peak performance. And you don't have to prick your finger or earlobe constantly to check your lactate. Even better, take a pouch of Vespa and reduce your lactate by jump-starting your fat metabolism, which, as I have articulated, is the unseen foundation of the Norwegian Method and lactate training. You will experience that in your recovery, and the data from your device and the results will corroborate your experience. We'll even give you a no-brainer deal to help you make that happen. We'll send you 2 pouches of Vespa CV25 and 2 pouches of Vespa Junior for the $20 cost of shipping and handling.